this afternoon. All right, for chai. I want you to have plenty of food here. So we got 4 cans of food for you. All right, let me make sure. All right, looks like Chai is not giving birth. All right, I'm gonna do some unofficial weights and names. All right, so is Joe around? Awesome, okay. Okay, who are we gonna go first? All right, so let me just preface the names. Most of you know I recently took a vacation to Hawaii with my mom and sister, and we visited a bunch of different Hawaiian islands on a cruise, had a bunch of excursions, and that's why I decided to go with the Hawaiian theme for this group. Mom's name is Lei, which is the floral kind of necklace that that Hawaiians wear or greet you with, and it's spelled L-E-I. It's pronounced Lei. And I chose names that meant something to me on this trip. So I didn't go with any, sort of the maybe more traditional Hawaiian names. We had a kitten named Koa at one point. That's a Hawaiian name, meaning warrior. So I didn't go with those sorts of names. I went with words or names that meant something to me specifically on this trip. So that's where I came up with these names. I had a giant list, and I was not expecting all girls. So there is one name that I'm disappointed I can't use, but it's really not a great name for a girl. So I'll share that name at the very end. But I have everybody else's names here. So we'll start with, okay, we got our first Tabby. This is our firstborn, Tabby number 1 with no collar, nice white face. Her name is Shaka. Shaka is, if you've ever seen it, the hand signal like this. Hawaiians use it to say hello, all right, okay, it's kind of like a thumbs up, I guess, here, or a peace symbol some people shoot. And when you're driving, you'll see a lot of drivers, they'll what's called shoot the shaka. And that means, out their window, you throw a shaka to someone. And, that's a, hey, how you doing? Hey, you're cool. That sort of thing. Wait, don't go anywhere yet. We didn't weigh you. So that's her name is Shaka. We saw a lot of people doing the shaka in Hawaii. She is 4.2. Last night weight. I want to see that they've gained from their last weigh-in. Yeah, there is an emoji. There's a shaka emoji. Okay, awesome. 0.2 ounce gain. All right, next up is Our Calico, this is Calico number 2. She's the dark Calico, regular colored Calico with the orange face. And her name is Hula. I think we all know what a hula is. It's the Hawaiian dance. And she is 4.0. We saw the hula on the ship. They gave some hula lessons and showed that on the ship. And we also went to a luau where they danced the hula. And we also went to one of the nights on the ship had all Polynesian dances, and all different countries and their dances, and of course the Hawaii hula was one of them. Okay, so hula was the same. I am not going to demonstrate the hula. There is a video of me doing the hula in the photos and videos I uploaded from Hawaii. I'm sitting in the chair following along, but there actually is a video of me doing it in there. I did not realize my sister was videoing me. All right, we have our Dilute Calico. This is Calico number 1. And she is named Waikiki. Waikiki. Waikiki is 4.1 ounces. Waikiki is on Oahu, and it's famous for Waikiki Beach, where you see in a lot of movies. It's where all the surfers go. We stayed when we arrived on Oahu. We flew into Oahu in Honolulu. We actually stayed at a hotel in Waikiki and got to pass by Waikiki Beach and all of that. So that was sort of our first exposure to Hawaii, was there in Waikiki. So that's her name. Okay, so she had a little gain. All right, we have our Gravy. Our Gravy has some little stripies on her legs. So she's a little bit more, she's all solid on her back and her tail, and just has a little bit of stripes on her legs there. And she is named Poi. Poi. She is 3.2 ounces. Poi is a very famous Hawaiian food that's made from the taro plant. I got to try poi at our luau. It's often a baby's first food. It's almost like a kind of like a pasty kind of consistency, and some people love it, some people hate it. It's got, a kind of taste that's really not, you're not really able to compare it to anything else in the world, but I got to try it there, and my first taste of it, I was not really prepared for it, and there's a face of me eating poi in the album. When I tasted it for the first time, I was kind of thrown and a little bit disgusted by it, but I tried it a couple times after that, and it wasn't quite as powerful. So yeah, I have been wanting to look for, they make what's like a powdered poi that you add water to, and I'm gonna look for that to see if I can order that from Hawaii. All right, let's get we have our Second tabby, the one with a yellow collar, her face isn't quite as white. She's kind of got a darker face, but she has the same white socks and white stomach and all of that as the other tabby. So tabby number 2 is named Maui. Maui, the island Maui. She is 4.0 ounces. The island Maui is the second island that we visited after Oahu. It was, I think if I had to choose out of all the islands we saw, and we were on 4 different islands, I think Maui would be the place I'd want to live. It's got this really great vibe. It's where I saw the shaka most often. You know, it was definitely like super chill, friendly people there. Of course, you know, every island is beautiful, but the plant life on Maui is like really diverse and you know, overall I just really like the vibe there. So Maui is our tabby. Let's see, who else do I need here? I need my, here we go. Our number 3 Calico with the sort of skunk stripe down her nose. It matches her mom's stripe, which is really cool. Her mom has that split nose. She's 4.3 ounces. Hold on, she's crying so much. Let me get her name. And she is Moana. Moana is a pretty common girl's name in Hawaii, and you might recognize it from the Disney movie Moana. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. I absolutely love the music in the movie Moana, and I often fall asleep to it. I turn on the movie and fall asleep to the soundtrack. I watched, on the plane ride, I watched Moana and Moana 2 on the plane rides out to Hawaii and back. And it was interesting watching Moana 2 on the ride home because I had learned so much about Hawaii, and watching the movie, there are so many little things in the movie that they pull from real Hawaiian culture. I was really impressed with, like, I mean, obviously I'm not an expert in Hawaii, but like I was really impressed by how much I recognized watching the movie and seeing things that I had just learned by visiting there. So it was just really cool, kind of just a different take on the movie coming home. Okay, so I see, was there, going back to Hula. Oh, Hula had a 0.4 ounce gain, not 0 ounce gain. Okay. Did I get everybody? Let me see. Maui, Hula, Poi, Waikiki, Moana, Shaka. Yep. That's all 6. And everybody had gains. Awesome. So the last name that I loved, it just didn't fit for a girl, is the name Shoots. So this is just, you know, it's just a fun name because in Hawaii, the locals will say, oh, Shoots, or Shoots. It's like a word, like a slang word that they say. I heard quite a few of the locals, you know, it's just something that just rolls off their tongue. I heard quite a few locals say it, and even, I don't know, I don't want to embarrass Jan, but I heard Jan say it when we were hanging out with her. It slipped out. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I don't think I would have noticed it. One of our guides was telling us like some of the local slang. Yeah, shoots, Shoots, like oh shoot, but with an S. Um, and I heard a lot of the locals say it, and I wouldn't have recognized it if our guide hadn't, told us that that was one of the slang words that the locals say. So it's just a fun word, but it's definitely more of a boy's name, I think, than a girl's name. If I had a boy, I would have definitely named him Shoots. But for anyone who lives in Hawaii or sort of knows the culture, I think you might be kind of tickled with that name. So I think that is it. All right, so I know, Joe, you've been confused about these calicos since they arrived. All right, so I'm gonna save this in case anybody missed it, and I'm gonna save this clip to the channel so you can go back and watch it, or anybody that misses it can go back and watch it and kind of learn about why I picked these particular names. I don't know what that means, Robin. You want to call her Stripe? I mean, I don't get that one. All right, that's all for now. Um, I don't know exactly what's going on with Chai. Um, she was having a bunch of contractions and pushing earlier this morning. And then, yeah, she is the one with the stripe on her face, but are you saying to call her Stripe instead of Moana? I'm just confused by what you're suggesting. And so she then left her nest and went to the bathroom and had a snack and was just like hanging out like nothing was happening. So I left Robin's and came home. I saw that Lay needed some more food, and it didn't look like anything was imminently happening. And so I think, I'm just going to be watching the cam and seeing if there's any more. If I need to go back today, I'll go back today. But I do think it's going to be in the next 24 hours that she'll give birth. It's just hard to say. She doesn't seem to be quick about it. So we'll just have to play that one by ear. Every birth is so different. There's no way to predict how a particular mom will go. I mean, as we saw, Abby and Lay were very different, and Chai already is different. So there's no way for us to know. Oh, I see what you're saying. Add it to the YouTube description. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the way, the way I differentiate between them is one has the orange face, the orange full ginger face and one has the white stripe. So that would be good to have in the description. Oh yeah, the chat for chai. I think what I'll do is I'll turn Abby's chat off for now. Since we're sort of playing by ear with chai. I'll turn Abby's chat off for today. Thanks, LB. It's so funny. I always say like Abby's babies or Abby's chat. I never say the Beatles chat or the Beatles album. Like I always say Abby's. It's funny. No, the Beatles don't get weighed yet. They get weighed at night. Oh yes, Lay definitely use the bathroom. I'll show you. That was what she did last night. Yeah, I gotta clean that up. Yeah, she's as bad at destroying the litter box as Abby is. She has wrecked all the sides of it. And she is a litter flinger. Marcia, of course you love Abby and her little beetles. I love them too. I think they're just the healthiest looking babies. I just love how chunky they are. Yeah. I'm not gonna weigh the beetles right now. Marcia, you're a proud grandma. All right, guys. All right. I'm gonna head out. And I will send another alert, a text alert on Chai, if it looks like she truly is going. Oh, nice Lay. She put her poop all over the floor. Well, I should say she flung it on the floor.